Hey, can you chop the pineapple? Chop the pineapple.
Nope. I'm high. How about I wash off the grapes?
Yes.
Okay.
You're already making good decisions when you're high.
I want tacos. Will you drive? I'm a little toasty.
Nope. I'm high. Let's order in.
Don't make an exception when it comes to driving. If you feel different, you drive different.
See on page 4 that the projections need to be tornado next Thursday?
Seriously? Thursday? Can't do that.
This is really inconvenient.
I have yoga that day. I have no time for this. So,
I can't do Thursday, but I can do Friday.
Disasters don't plan ahead. You can. Talk to your loved ones about how you're going to be ready in an emergency. Don't wait. Communicate.
I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat apples and bananas?
Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
Good evening and welcome to Eagle Eye News at 6. Eagle Eye has done a great job. Welcome to Eagle Eye News at 6.
We are just having a great time here in Auburn, Alabama. The party is not over yet.
Eagle Eye TV, Auburn's news leader.
Good evening. Welcome to Eagle Eye News at 6. Tonight, the government shutdown is over, and we'll discuss what that means for you. Also, a power outage, Miss Auburn callouts, and all things Auburn news.
We'll also take a look at the ongoing screwworm outbreak in Texas, yet another Blue Origin rocket launch scrub, and more.
I'm Brady Honeycutt.
And I'm Allison Thomas. Let's get right into it.
Our top story tonight. The federal government is back up and running. That's after the House passed a stopgap funding bill last night, and the president signed it shortly after that. The reopening is having real-world impacts on Americans. More services are becoming available again with the return of furloughed federal employees. They're set to get back pay, and some experts predict an economic rebound. For people on Obamacare, the reopening could mean their health insurance costs will be more than double. The bill does not guarantee an extension of expiring subsidies. Democrats vow to keep fighting to lower health care costs, but the House Speaker says he wants reforms first. It's unclear when flight schedules will return to normal, but SNAP benefits should be available again soon.
Speaking of those federal employees, they are set to head back to the office now that the shutdown is over. In a memo Wednesday night, the White House's Office of Management and Budget instructed federal employees who had been furloughed to report to work on Thursday. The order came shortly after President Donald Trump signed a government funding bill to end the shutdown. About 670,000 federal workers were furloughed.
Staying with shutdown news, after the financial emergency, experts say to prioritize some bills and payments and to lean on resources to regroup. Karen Kafa has the story.
An interruption in income can happen for any number of reasons.
It might not be because it was anything you did. You could have been a victim of the shutdown, or maybe you got divorced. There are all kinds of situations that can cause you to get into debt.
And once paychecks resume, experts say to take stock of the situation before making any money moves.
You want to look at what your expenses are, if those have changed over the time that you haven't had income. And you also want to see, maybe most importantly, what you currently owe. So if you've paused payments on loans or on utility bills, you want to see, how far back you are and how much you need to do to catch up.
Personal finance expert Beverly Harzog advises reaching out to lenders about options, especially for credit card debt, which tends to carry higher interest. She says those with good credit may be able to make a balance transfer to pare down payments.
With a balance transfer credit card, you could get a 0% APR, anywhere from 12 to, I've seen about 21 months lately. And you can transfer your debt to that card and then pay it down monthly interest-free during that trial period.
Elizabeth Ayula, co-host of NerdWallet's Smart Money podcast, says once households regroup from one crisis, it's important to financially reposition in case it happens again.
As we've seen with the current shutdown and financial hardships, emergency funds are so important.
Households that want to get a jump on rebuilding emergency savings and paying down debt, Ayula says, might even consider a temporary side hustle to boost incoming funds. In Washington, I'm Karen Kafa.
Thanks, Karen. Moving into local news, a power outage last night affected several buildings around Auburn's campus. The cause of the outage has yet to be revealed, but students did receive email updates throughout the duration of the outage. Within 20 to 30 minutes following the first email alerting them of the outage, Auburn students received an email ensuring them that the power had been fully restored. As far as today, all is well, as there have been no reports of any outages on campus.
Students gathered in front of Cater Steps on Tuesday to hear the top 20 candidates for Miss Auburn. The role of official hostess and female ambassador of Auburn University is elected by the student body. During her term, Miss Auburn helps host university events, supports campus initiatives, and works closely with the SGA president, executive team, and the War Eagle girls and Plainsmen. The role has evolved from a purely symbolic position to one of active service and leadership. One Auburn student shares how she's feeling being in the top 20.
Yeah, I'm super excited. I think everything I've done at Auburn is really serving as much as I possibly can, and this position is such an opportunity to serve to such a greater community, and to even get this top 20 nomination is so amazing, and it's just so heartfelt to me.
Get your Miss Auburn updates exclusively here at Eagle Eye TV, as updates are soon to come.
That's all I needed, of course.
A week after the Turning Point USA event, Eagle Eye had the chance to speak with students regarding political rallies on campus. Let's go to Johnny Canninger on the street.
It's been a week since Turning Point USA made their stop at Auburn University, so we're back on campus on Haley Concourse to ask students what their opinion of the event was.
It was quite the sight to behold on Wednesday. Hundreds of students, as well as those affected particularly by the death of Charlie Kirk almost 2 months ago, showed out for the Turning Point event. We spoke with several students about how they feel that their values align with those of Turning Point USA.
We just want to carry on the messages that Charlie Kirk left behind and started. Most importantly, I would say is first the Christian values that Charlie Kirk always put ahead of everything, and then obviously the America First values. That's something very important to me. Love my country like I know a lot of the other Auburn students do, and just want to carry that forward, and good traditional Western values is what's important to us.
While there were a few loud and proud protests, we're more interested in what the average Auburn student feels about political rallies at their campus.
Political rallies on campus, I think that it is okay if everyone stays respectful. I think if you look at what happened at UC Berkeley, that was obviously not respectful. And as a conservative, I think the Turning Point USA event that we had a couple days ago was great, and I wouldn't care if the other side had an event too. So I really think on Auburn's campus there isn't much like violence and stuff like that, so everyone is respectful and appreciative of like each side and everyone's opinion. So I think here it doesn't matter as much of political rallies on campus or not.
Eagle Eye TV will continue to follow both the gubernatorial election and American political discourse here at Auburn University. For Eagle Eye News at 6, I'm Johnny Canninger.
Thanks, Johnny. Let's take a quick break. When we come back, you'll get an outlook on the weather from Kayla Dudinsky. You're watching Eagle Eye News at 6.
Touchdown! Did you see that? Whoa, we scored? Yeah, we scored. We're going to the playoffs. I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone. I should take your phone away. No. I'll call for a ride. Wait, why does my face look like that?
When I was growing up, my mom was extremely tidy. We were trained to put things back where we got them from. One day, when I walked into my mom's house, I felt like I walked to someone else's house. There was stuff everywhere, and just growing up the way I grew up, and to see this transition was very alarming.
When Sean talked to me, it was a wake-up call, and that's when I went to the doctor.
Put the keys down, Kevin. But I'm gonna drive home. There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
I've taken 25 selfies in the last 10 minutes.
26.
Yep, I'm definitely gonna call a ride home.
Welcome back to Eagle Eye News at 6. My name is Kayla Dudinsky, here with your weather outlook for this week on the Plains. After a freezing first half of the week, it seems as if Auburn fall is turning a new leaf. Expect sunny skies and warm temperatures throughout the weekend. Tomorrow has a high of 73 and a low of 45. On Saturday, temperatures will range from 75 to 52. With just a few more clouds, Sunday will feel similar, with a high of 76 and a low of 51. Trade your sweaters for shorts next week because temperatures will approach the mid-70s by Monday. Monday brings a high of 76 and a low of 54. Tuesday will be marginally warmer, having a high of 77 and a low of 58, with Wednesday to follow suit. It's the perfect temperature for some outdoor fun. Perhaps plan a mini golf adventure or hike in Chihuahua. With no potential for rain for the first half of the week, expect sunny to partly cloudy skies as we head into Thanksgiving break. And that's all for this week's Weather on the Plains. Don't go anywhere. Coming up, Allison and Brady have your national news update over at the desk. I'm your weather anchor, Kayla Dudinsky, and you're watching Eagle Eye News at 6.
Yeah! Sam, Elmo! Oh, hey, Julia! Are you ready to play band with us? I'm gonna play my clarinet.
And Elmo's gonna play his drum.
Drum loud. Oh, well, you know what to do, Julia.
Julia knows.
Mm-hmm. With Julia's autism, loud sounds can be too much.
But she still loves to make music.
Play band!
Early screening for autism can make a lifetime of difference. Find out more at screenforautism.org.
Put the keys down, Kevin.
But I'm gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
My text to emoji ratio has gotten a little out of hand.
A little?
Yep, I'm definitely gonna call a ride home.
Yo, Scott.
Hey.
I'm heading out, man. You want to ride?
No, I got my car, but I actually really need to go to the bathroom.
Oh, you know what? I was just in there. The line is like 10 people long.
You know, I think I'll just...
Dude, are you okay?
You wouldn't believe what I was just thinking. I am definitely buzzed.
Yeah.
I think I will take this, and I will take that ride home.
Smart man.
Did you see how that dog...
Welcome back to Eagle Eye News at 6. Authorities in Texas are inspecting livestock for the New World screwworm. It's a flesh-eating parasite that has the potential to wreck the cattle industry. The screwworm is the larval form of a fly that nests in the wounds of warm-blooded animals and slowly eats them alive. On Tuesday, inspectors with the Texas Animal Health Commission along a highway south of San Antonio were checking for signs of the screwworm on animals heading north. Officials in Mexico have reported more than 800 active cases in cattle. As a result, the U.S. has blocked imports of live Mexican cattle for a second time over the summer. An outbreak of the New World screwworm began to spread across Central America early in 2023. It reached southern Mexico late in 2024. The screwworm has not been detected in the Rio Grande Valley. Texas says its inspections are happening 80 miles north of the border.
The latest Blue Origin New Glenn rocket launch from Cape Canaveral, Florida, was scrubbed again on Wednesday. This time, it was due to concerns about the effects of solar storms. The launch was already delayed on Sunday due to bad weather and other factors. The Blue Origin missile will deliver 2 NASA satellites to Mars. The first launch of the New Glenn was in January. This would be the second one and the first launch with a commercial payload. The reusable 2-stage heavy-lift New Glenn rocket is named after John Glenn, the first American to orbit the Earth. A new launch date has yet to be announced for the Blue Origin's New Glenn mission.
The Supreme Court is gearing up for oral arguments on 2 blockbuster controversies in January. On January 13th, the judges will take up a pair of challenges to state bans that block transgender students from playing on sports teams that align with their gender identity. Then, on January 21st, the court will hear arguments over whether President Donald Trump can fire a federal judge Reserve Governor Lisa Cook. The outcome of that closely watched case could risk the independence of an agency with vast power over the U.S. economy. The High Court is expected to hand down decisions in those cases before the end of June.
Men survived a small plane crash without injuries in Chesterfield, Missouri Tuesday. The plane was returning to the Spirit of St. Louis Airport when it crashed. The pilot deployed a parachute, which investigators says helped glide the plane into the tree line. A Chesterfield City Councilwoman said the fact that men got up and walked away from the crash is a miracle. The National Transportation Safety Board will investigate the cause of the crash. In Massachusetts, a golden doodle dog named Ginger is back home after spending 60 days on the run. A local volunteer stepped up to help find and rescue the missing 3-year-old dog by using a drone. John Perrick has more on Ginger's long journey.
It was getting to a point where it was just like, I don't know if this is going to be possible to see her again.
Renee Sousa is Ginger's owner. She rescued Ginger and her sister back in August from Arkansas, welcoming the 2 dogs into their East Greenwich home. But shortly after, Ginger took off into the woods and down these neighboring train tracks.
The first week was the scariest because we would go back out to the yard through the woods to see if she would just come back through there.
Ginger never did. Renee started to panic and took to Facebook to announce the news. That's when Dawn McPhillips with Missing Dogs of Massachusetts stepped in, saying she would be there the next day, ready to help.
We started putting flyers up, and sure enough, there was a hit. Somebody in North Kingstown said they had seen her.
That brought them to the Signal Rock area, where Dawn set up these live cameras, traps, and even used a thermal drone to track the dog through busy streets, quiet neighborhoods, and the woods.
There were times where the coyotes were right next to her.
When they found Ginger using those cameras, they weren't able to just go in and grab her because she was in flight mode and was afraid of humans. So Dawn lured her into this backyard using food. When she came in, Dawn closed the gate.
We had 1 shot to do it.
And they secured her. The 60-day search was over.
She said, I have Ginger. And I said, no, you don't. I don't believe you.
A few trips to the vet then followed. But tonight, Ginger is one happy dog, and her owner is forever grateful for Dawn's work, who for 2 months, like a true dog whisperer, predicted Ginger's every next move until she was back where she belongs.
We're beyond grateful for her.
Truly a heartwarming story. It's time for a quick break. When we come back, you'll get your entertainment update with Eagle Eye's Catherine Mims. You're watching Eagle Eye TV at Auburn's news leader. Don't go anywhere.
We need to go meet the guys. I'm lit. Can you drive?
Pool party at Jesse's. Can you drive? Will you drive? I'm a little toasty.
Nope, I'm high. But I can order us a ride.
Friendly reminder, don't drive high. If you feel different, you drive different.
Pool party at Jesse's. Can you drive? I'm toasted.
Nope, I'm high. But I can order us a ride.
Friendly reminder, don't drive high. If you feel different, you drive different.
Or that the projections would be flood next Thursday?
I can't do Thursday, but I can do Friday.
Disasters don't plan ahead. You can. Talk to your loved ones about how you're going to be ready in an emergency.
Welcome back to Eagle Eye News at 6. I'm Catherine Mims here with your entertainment update. Let's jump right into it. 2026 is just around the corner, and you know what else is? The 2026 Grammys. On Friday, November 7th, the nominees were announced. Some of them include Sabrina Carpenter, Lady Gaga, Billie Eilish, Bad Bunny, Kendrick, and SZA. The Grammys are held once every year by the Recording Academy to celebrate those in the music industry. Tune in on February 1st, 2026 on CBS Television or Paramount Plus to see which artist will take home the trophy. Woody, Buzz, they're back and better than before. This week, Disney's animation studio Pixar released the first teaser trailer for Toy Story 5. For all of you Disney lovers, you definitely want to take a look at this.
Bonnie, there's a package for you.
I was standing, you were there. Two worlds colliding, and they could never
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Hi there, I'm Lilypad. Let's play.
Oh, what a world. What a world indeed, because the Wicked Witch of the West has died, and now her hat is up for auction. Heritage Auctions Hollywood and Entertainment Signature Auction will hold a starting bid of $100,000 on the hat. The hat itself is the original from the Wizard of Oz movie. The event will take place December 9th through 10th at the company's headquarters and online. Missed your chance at a stellar Halloween costume? Well, here's your chance. That's all the entertainment news I've got for you tonight. When we come back, you'll get your fill on all things sports with our very own Hampton Lane. I'm Catherine Mims, and you're watching Eagle Eye News at 6. We'll be right back.
There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children, she didn't know what to do. She gave them some broth without any bread and kissed them all soundly.
Lights out.
And put them to bed. Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org.
I was living in a shelter juggling 3 jobs. I had to be resilient. That's something that you can't teach.
You can achieve a lot using your imagination. I mean, I don't like to brag, but... Wait, who's that? And why is she all over these achievement awards? But with STEM, the sky's the limit. Shaboom! Use STEM to envision... Okay, I'm seeing it. Yeah. Invent...
Got any ideas?
I've got a few, actually. And create a better world.
Told you she's super smart.
If she can STEM, so can you. Find out more at SheCanSTEM.
Welcome back to Eagle Eye News at 6. I'm Hampton Lane with your Auburn Sports Update. Let's jump right on in. Starting off with some Auburn volleyball, the game was delayed by the campus-wide power outage last night, but as the lights came on late, so did the Auburn team. Down 2-0 against a number 4 ranked Texas, Auburn responded with 2 sets of their own, 25-21 and then 25-22. Inspired by Auburn outside hitter Liz Markowski's career high 20 kill and 14 dig night, Auburn opened up a lead in the 5th set, hoping to pull out a win against a highly ranked team. But injuries to the Tigers slowed down their run as Texas pulled out the set 15-9. Now, talking about another team with a thriller finish. In the first game of the DJ Durkin interim era, it was a surprising sight for Auburn fans all around. Auburn unfortunately lost in overtime last week in Nashville, once again to Diego Pavia and the Vanderbilt Commodores, 45-38. Now, Auburn fans have come to expect a little bit of a lower score on both sides of the ball this year, as that was the first game this year as the Auburn defense gave up more than 25 points. Even with giving up 45 points, that didn't stop Xavier Atkins from being named as the Benerick semifinalist with his 9 tackles and 1.5 tackles for loss. What's more surprising were the offense's performances on their side of the ball this week, as Auburn had, for the first time in 20 years, a 300-yard passer, a 100-yard rusher, and a 100-yard receiver. The offense finally got unfrozen as 2 wide receivers eclipsed a 10-catch mark, hoping to stay hot heading to the bye, which we can't lose, right? Now, for men's basketball, I'll throw it to Vivian Cannell for her recap as Auburn took on Wofford Tuesday night.
I'm here in Neville Arena as number 22 Auburn looks to stay undefeated as they face Wofford in their military appreciation game.
From the opening tip,
Auburn looked sharp, attacking the rim, sharing the ball, and setting the tone with pace. Keyshawn Hall took control early, scoring from all areas of the floor and energizing the home crowd with his physical play inside.
Yeah, Keyshawn Hall. That's it, just Keyshawn Hall. Keyshawn Hall.
Freshman Elijah Freeman matched that intensity, pushing the tempo and creating opportunities in transition. The Tigers' defense kept Wofford in check, holding them to just 22 first-half points. Coming out of halftime, Auburn stayed strong. Tahad Pettiford knocked down a quick three, and Kevin Overton followed with two of his own, changing the momentum and building a lead that put the game out of reach. Hall and Freeman combined for 41 points, while Auburn's defense forced 13 turnovers. The Tigers' balance on both ends of the floor powered them to 93-62, but still as a new team, there is room to improve moving into the bulk of the season.
Great teams are going to play hard for 40 minutes, and I thought we played really hard for about 30. So got to put a complete game together for us to be able to beat the best teams on our schedule, and obviously we got a really good one on Sunday.
With the win, the Tigers move to 3-0 and will face their biggest test yet against number 1 Houston at Legacy Arena this Sunday, the 16th at 2 p.m. For Eagle Eye TV, I'm Vivian Kennel.
Thanks, Vivian. The Tigers will take on number 1 Houston Sunday in the biggest test for Auburn so far in a non-conference. That's all I have for you tonight. When you come back, you'll get a business consumer update from Brady and Ella Grace at the desk. You're watching Eagle Eye News at 6. We'll be right back.
My parents weren't fluent in English, so in school I had to be independent and take initiative, and that's how I handle every project I get.
Hey Kevin, you thinking about retirement?
I'd love to, but I'm pretty busy with all this.
Yeah, hey, let's meet our retirement coach, Avo. A is for taking action.
Not anxiety?
No, Kevin, you're gonna be fine.
You sing?
Barely. V is for variety.
And you dance?
Sort of. Come on. O is for optimize your savings.
Let Avo lead the way.
Visit aceyourretirement.org today.
Nice.
Visit aceyourretirement.org today.
Nice.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome back to Eagle Eye News at 6. The penny is suffering the same fate as the dodo bird, the 8-track player, or Auburn's football team. After 238 years, the U.S. Mint produced its last 1-cent coin on Wednesday. Earlier this year, President Donald Trump announced that he ordered the nation to stop making the penny, saying that each one costs nearly 4 cents to create. Other coins, including the nickel, dime, and quarter, will remain in circulation. Dropping the penny will create a greater need for nickels, which are a more expensive coin to mint. Although the penny already seems obsolete to some consumers, its removal is causing problems for some merchants, who will now have to round prices either up or down.
A national park in Kenya says they've confirmed the birth of an endangered eastern black rhino calf. You can see the baby here with its mom in the Chayulu Hills, photographed with one of the park's 42 camera traps. The birth marks the second rhino calf born at the park in less than 2 years. It also brings the Chayulu population of eastern black rhinos up to 9. The Big Life Foundation says it has dozens of rangers who patrol the park to monitor the rhinos. That's how they discovered the tiny 3-toed footprints and made the connection that a new calf was born. Rangers determined the calf's mother is 14-year-old Namunak, and this is her first baby.
Autonomous rideshare company Waymo has hit the freeways in the Bay Area of California. CNN's Dustin Dorsey tells us more from the Bay.
Sit back, relax, and enjoy the driverless ride. Waymo is breaking free of its restrictions to the city streets of San Francisco and extending service to Bay Area freeways in the city of San Jose as of Wednesday.
Well, this is great timing. We have the world's biggest sporting events coming to San Jose next year, Super Bowl, March Madness, World Cup, all happening here in the San Jose Metro. We want to give people options for getting around.
And visitors will be able to take a Waymo right here at the San Jose International Airport, only the second airport in the country to offer service. There are autonomous vehicle drop-off spots at both Terminal A and B, separate from other rideshares. SJC Director of Aviation Mookie Patel says Waymo is the perfect option for San Jose.
This is a great fit. It allows for great connectivity for business travelers that want to get efficiently over to Mountain View, Santa Clara, Sunnyvale, communities where their companies are headquartered, and we are the closest choice for that.
Despite the official rollout, we actually had a hard time booking a Waymo from the airport today. When you check out the app and you try to enter where you want to go, you get a message that says you're outside of the service area. From what we understand, only a select few have been able to get on the wait list early enough to get a ride at SJC.
I got an email saying that I got access, so I just took a quick trip for lunch. I was coming from Sunnyvale, then I'm just going to head right back there. Smooth ride, and it's been fast, convenient, haven't had any issues.
We only saw 2 cars over several hours Wednesday. Waymo says they will gradually expand access in San Jose and for freeway rides. But before that time, UC Berkeley professor Scott Morris says Waymo will have to continue to prove it's the best option for riders.
Yes, of course, we're going to see growth. On net, we're seeing a lot of growth in the Bay Area and California because this is where all the tech companies are. But residents should keep asking the question, is this safer?
Waymo is only operating in central San Jose for now, but it's expected to expand throughout the city in time for the major sporting events in 2026.
As Waymo continues to expand into large markets such as Los Angeles and San Diego, we'll keep an eye for what's to come for the future of driverless cars. McDonald's popular McRib sandwich is back, but there's a catch. It's only available at select locations, according to the McRib Locator website. Some markets began selling the sandwich last week. It's unclear how long it will be on the menu. In addition, McDonald's Holiday Pie will return nationwide starting November 14th. So if you're craving that McRib, you might want to act fast before it's gone again.
Bumblebees can apparently process time. Researchers released a new study Wednesday that says bumblebees can measure how long a light flashes and then use that to find food. The bees learned to fly toward a short flash that led to something sweet. The insects were able to repeat the task even without food, proving they remembered the timing and have flexible learning capabilities. The scientists also say it's the first evidence that insects can process duration like humans and birds. For the full study, check out the journal Biology Letters. To close the show, dozens of U.S. states got a spacey light show, and a bee with horns gets a name fit for the Prince of Darkness. Here's today's Take a Look at This.
Sky gazers across the U.S. were treated to a vibrant atmospheric light show as colorful aurora borealis displays were visible as far south as Texas, Georgia, and even Florida. Images were shared from many states treated to the stunning northern lights, which experts say were a direct result of powerful bursts of energy from the sun called coronal mass ejections, disturbing energized particles in the Earth's atmosphere and painting the night skies with trippy colors. Few states were left out of the show as vivid images were shared from Virginia, Indiana, Alabama, Colorado, Minnesota. I mean, you name the place, there's a good chance they had a show in space. Back down on the ground, a pretty polar picture was painted, so to speak, as freezing temperatures in parts of the southern and eastern U.S. created a frigid phenomenon called frost flowers. Images shared from Kentucky and Arkansas show frozen plants turned into crazy crystallized ice sculptures. According to the National Weather Service, frost flowers form when thin layers of ice emerge out of the slits of white or yellow wingstem plants. Finally, from a thing of beauty to a bee from hell. Okay, not literally, but this new bee species has been named Lucifer thanks to the discovery of tiny devil-like horns on the females' heads. The species Megachile lucifer was originally discovered in Australia in 2019, but a newly published study revealed the head horns are specific to the female sex. And while Lucifer is a devilishly clever name, I feel like Beelzebub was a real missed opportunity. For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
We're out of time, but for more Auburn news, head over to our website, eagleeyeauburn.com, and check out our social media pages.
Until next time, we'll be keeping an eagle's eye on all things you need to know. For Eagle Eye TV, I'm Allison Thomas.
And I'm Brady Honeycutt. Thank you for watching. Good night and War Eagle.
Hey, can you chop the pineapple? Chop the pineapple.
Nope. I'm high. How about I wash off the grapes?
Yes.
Okay. You're already making good decisions when you're